I can't believe you just left me there on the main screen. That's ridiculous. Why? Well, welcome to United View. Welcome to the Full View. What's going on? I hope everyone's doing good. It's a piss take. And I told them that I gotta go and do I gotta go make sure that the feed's ready. And then they just decided this is it. Yeah, so INEOS, what? INEOS make Tuchel contact. Had no idea. That's news to me. There you go. My clear information from today about Thomas Tuchel is there's only two choices at this stage. Either he will make a break in the summer or will join a club in the Premier League. This is clear from him. Florian, that's Flex's friend. What kind of... Nah. This is... Nah. Oh, this isn't even funny. So... Not me finding out the news lie. It's the fact that they posted this as Owen's behind the scenes clicking this. This is mad news. I had no idea. I'm here with you guys, as shocked as the community is. Is there anything else that's happening? Club statement, KG. I never knew. What do I think about TT coming to... Okay, fuck this. This is taking a piss. This is just a piss take. Yeah. End of the season. You lot of pricks.
None of that was planned. None of it.
No. You said it's fine. Go check on it.
You
heard me being a parent. You heard me stressed out before the stream. Yeah, I was
You said during the stream, air fry settings, I might have to pop off. As soon as we click live, you went.
Yeah, and the best thing was, so the Flex starts playing the intro, and he added everyone. I went, take everyone out. Take everyone out. But it wasn't me clicking the news stories on the screen. That was Flex.
Yeah, the news stories was me.
That's I was a stressed parent before that we spoke.
Combination.
And I thought, you know what?
It's just coming back to you on the screen. You just went, welcome to United View.
And it's not even the killer is I went to go and check on it, just to make sure everything's good. I was like, I needs a little more. Yeah. And then
only you, bro. Only
bro.
You.
And it's end of the season, innit?
Guys, welcome to United View. Big up, welcome to the full view, the solo view, the alternate view, whatever view you want to call it, it's a view. Welcome to it. Smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We have actually got some serious stuff to talk about during the show. Big up to KG, big up to Good Vibes John, big up to you, bro.
How bad? Because KG was just going about how stressed he is. And we just...
Yeah. No, well, Owen, you did it. And you know what? I didn't even put KG by himself. Owen did that. I wasn't even going to do that. Owen did that.
That was me. But then Flex carried on with it. So I got co-signed by the boss. So
it was when we realized that he didn't realize that Tuchel thing was a thing that just made me laugh. So I thought,
that's mad. And that's how I react to all news all the time, usually. But
100%.
That was mad. I looked up and I said, well, what do we do now? And I looked at the view at the title. I saw full view. It said INEOS make, and I was like, that's mad. So we're talking to TT.
Yes.
Well, let's get into it. First of all, wait there, John. You good? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm gassed. I'm done. I was laughing so hard. Oh my god.
That's great.
I'm done.
Oh my gosh, Owen. We have got some news that came out from our good friend Florian Plettenberg. Big in the Bayern Munich scene, big in the German scene, big in the Bundesliga scene. Knows his stuff. Owen, let's go through those quotes on a serious note this time and actually break this thing down.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, actually. So Florian Plettenberg was doing an interview on Sky Sports News. He was talking to Dana Chef and was asked basically about Thomas Tuchel's future now that he's left Bayern Munich, of course. That's now official. And he said the following quote, my clear information from today about Thomas Tuchel is there are only two choices.
He's gone.
There are only two choices at this stage. Either he will make a break in the summer or he will join a club in the Premier League. This is clear for him. Continues by saying there are two possible destinations for him in the Premier League. This is Manchester United and Chelsea. There has been a loose contact with Manchester United in the last couple of weeks. To my understanding, Manchester United is really a target he would go for. Concluded by saying he has a very, very high opinion of Manchester United, about the project, about the history, about the fans, about the quality of the squad, which went, oh, Florian, that's a bit too far. He said also, he also has the opinion that his mission at Chelsea is not totally completed. So Manchester United and Chelsea, two hot targets for Thomas Tuchel in the future.
That is, yeah. KG he heard that news. He just went. He said, "I'm off." I don't know if he's done it out of spite because of what we did to him, which Possibly. Is possible, or what's going on in the house. He's needed. Someone pulled out the cable. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe he couldn't bear to even hear that as news.
Well, he's already read it once. This is not new news for me now.
Maybe that's why he's left, because he's like, I already know. Don't need to
I know
about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a lot of KG specials going on. A lot of KGs. KG is crying in his car. Let's start with good vibes, John, bro. I mean, what do you read into that, bro?
Honestly, there's nothing shocking about it. We're talking about Manchester United, and you're talking about a brand new set of owners, or minority owners, or whatever the hell you want to call it. They've come in now with a task of trying to settle the ship down. And of course, from their perspective, they're going to do whatever they can to look for all possible options. And everything is up in the air right now. I know Dan Ashworth is on gardening leave. I know Omar Barada, he's still not yet to come fully. All we've seen right now is Jason Wilcox walking around with the Man United suit, sitting next to Dave Brailsford, chatting it up. And of course, everything is still not really fully set in stone yet. We haven't really fully gotten a chance to, pop the ignition and go, and of course, I think that also leads to the fact that everything is all leading up to this one moment in the summer. It's going to be huge for Manchester United. And at the end of the day, they're going to talk to whoever. And we're Manchester. Welcome back, KG. We're going to talk to everybody. It's nothing shocking. A decent manager who can potentially be available. Yeah, of course they're going to talk to him. It's just that we.
No, you've got to say it's shocking. It is shocking, guys.
Why so? Why is it shocking, KG?
Because again, we've heard the talks of, new fresh start, summer, this, that, and the other, and for us to, you think KG's gone to 5 or 10 hours. I've got trust issues. I just thought I might come back after the news bit, and then it's my chair again, and then I've got to get back into just talking. So I just said, yeah, I'm leaving. Anyway, it is shocking because we're all saying that it looks like he knows that it's his job and he knows he's comfortable, he's safe. They realize what's gone wrong. You watch the Onana on the overlap, how he sounds about things, and it's like they're putting a lot of stock into the mitigating circumstances. So then, if they are talking to other managers now, it says, well, they don't give a damn about those mitigating circumstances, and this is not their man, So it will be a surprise if they, even though the writing's on the wall in terms of how bad the season has been, finishing 8th, worst finish, and finishing with a minus goal difference. These are the kind of things to start talking to a new manager. But you got the sounds when he's talking about Arsenal with the situation of being patient and this, that, and the other. Well, you kind of got the inclination that they realized there was a lot more things, and this environment has never been good for people to succeed at this club. So they're taking all of that into consideration. So I am surprised.
I think, to be honest, though, again, and I would recommend the clips on our socials of the clip where that quote comes from Florian Plettenberg. And if you watch it, and that is the full quote of everything he said there regarding the Tuchel stuff, to me, it felt more like Thomas Tuchel telling Manchester United what he wants, as opposed to Manchester United talking to Thomas Tuchel, if that makes sense. Because again, Florian Plettenberg, particularly obviously in the German football space, very well connected, particularly to Bayern Munich, very well connected. And as we know, journalism is a two-way street. So people, agents say something to journalists and say, go put that out there, go put it out there. If he's coming out and it's saying that But there's only two options for Thomas Tuchel next season. Either he's taking a break or he's going to the Premier League. And if it were the Premier League, there's only two clubs. It's going to be United and Chelsea. And Chelsea, I know there's some, speculation on Poch's future about transfers and all that kind of stuff, but stuff's just started to go right at Chelsea for the first time in like 2 years. Would they really make a change now that they've just got into Europe and they've won their last 5 games of the league? I mean, you never know. It's Chelsea with that ownership structure, but I don't think they would. So if you read between the lines, if you sort of, as we say, panning for gold, sieve it a bit and get to the sort of the golden part of it, it's really Thomas Tuchel coming out and saying, well, I'm only interested in going to Manchester United. And that's no coincidence that he would, or his agents, his representatives would put that out through a journalist just at a time where they're going, oh, by the way, like the FA Cup final is going to be pretty critical to the guy currently in position if he's going to stay here or not. So for me, I don't know if like INEOS, they've reached out, loose talks, loose contact. I don't know about that. I look at it more as Thomas Tuchel saying, I'm here. I'm here. I'd be up for it if you decide to make that call. But I still think it's 50-50. And I'd be leaning more towards, I think Ten Hag probably is going to stay, probably. But it'll be interesting to see if this does test INEOS' resolve or not.
Thomas Tuchel, he wants it badly. He wants Man United. That's what I'm seeing from this. I'm like, this is a guy who's like, what, there could be an opening. There could be a vacancy there. Man United. New setup, new INEOS, like turn it around. It is attractive. Like, I know the graveyard of managers and like, I get it. It's all true. It's all true. But it still has the appeal to whoever fancies, the challenge enough to be that guy who turned it round.
It's Manchester United.
It's Man United, exactly. So there is no way that Thomas Tuchel don't want this job. Absolutely. If INEOS picked up the phone now and said, actually, we've made our decision. Do you want to come to Man United? He'd say yes. And I do think that INEOS do still need to just sound out the market, see what they do. My thing is, do not change Eric Ten Hag, if you are not 100% sure that the guy you're bringing in fits your vision. Don't just change because we finished 8th. Don't just change because we got the -1 goal difference and, the football's bad. I get that these are reasons why you can change manager, but it still has to be for the right person. It has to be. So I don't want him to just go for Tommy T, like, just because he's there and he's available. What happens if it gets a bit, like they always say about Thomas Tuchel's sort of personality, and does he fall out with people when it gets a little bit like this, etc., etc. But if they think, elite manager, he's got what it takes to manage big clubs, from what we're talking to him, we feel like he's the man. If they feel that, then do what you need to do. But I don't want him to just make a change for the sake of making change fault. And also what's the last one? What's in his favor is that it looks like he doesn't want to go anywhere else. So INEOS could say, oh, well, that's interesting. That's good to know. Because if we do go with Eric Ten Hag until October, November, see how it goes, the likeliness is that Thomas Tuchel will still be there. It's not guaranteed.
That's interesting.
But
that's interesting.
It's interesting to know that it's not like he's immediately going to go Barca, so we have to do it now. It's not like he's immediately going to stay at Bayern. We're hearing noises that he wants to go Chelsea. We're hearing sources say.
I miss no compensation as well, by the way. He's
no
a free
compensation.
Guy. That's
he's
another
just
part
there.
of it.
And then Eric as well. He's low cost in terms of trying to move him on if they did, because his contract would be running out next season. So it's not like they've given him a new 3-year deal or anything like that and would have to pay off Eric. So I just see this gives INEOS more options and more thinking time.
Do you know what's funny though? I don't know if you lot mentioned the Zerbi situation as well. And
this is a really weird story. I don't know. Are you referring to the thing that's come out in the last couple of minutes? Yeah.
That's crazy,
I didn't know.
KG. Well, yeah. In the last couple of minutes, basically. So Roberto Zerbi yesterday, because even though people had kind of half expected him to leave Brighton, then he was like, oh, I'm going to stay. And then suddenly out of nowhere, the day before we play Brighton, it comes out like, oh, by the way, I'm going, or he's off at the end of the season. Everyone went, that's weird. He did say after the game, I think I've got the quote here actually, where he said, there isn't any club behind me. No one offered me a job at this stage. I hope to work in the Premier League again. I don't know where or when. So he basically said, no, I'm not going to another club at the moment. I've not gotten a deal agreed or anything like that. That's not happening. Which everyone went, oh, so I guess he decided to go. But then a report's come out in Italy in the last 45 minutes or something, coming from an outlet based in Naples. Obviously, Napoli are looking for a new manager at the end of the season. And it's sort of suggesting that it says, quote, De Zerbi's clause has not lapsed, but has been reduced thanks to a gentleman's agreement between the coach and Brighton. Now, previously, this release clause was like 10 million quid or something like 10 million euros. It says that to grab the coach, there was a club that paid the English club around 5 million euros, less than half of what was stipulated in the contract. Right now, everything is already done, but nothing is leaking from the entourage. There is maximum confidentiality about the name of the team, which he has agreed. So they're saying something completely different. They're saying something like, not only was the release clause lower because of this gentleman's agreement, but he is going somewhere. It's already been agreed. It's already been paid, but nobody knows what it is. But that could just be bullshit. So,
but then, you know what's really strange? Yeah, I remember there's this thing about Dan Ashworth, Omar, everyone. There's a plan. Remember, there's a plan of how they want us to play.
And they move quiet.
Yeah, and they move quiet. Yeah, we like. Let's not pretend or be surprised if you can see someone like De Zerbi in a Man United dugout. In terms of, is he going to play? Well, we have to. Like, in terms of, is he going to play? They're talking about the brand and style of football they want to play. We're going from not a manager to a coach, and I just wouldn't be nothing anymore is going to surprise me about how these.
You said it was shocking a minute ago, KG.
What? Well, yeah, the Tuchel thingy was like, I was like, well, let's just be honest. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But this is the main thing here is if the Zerbi does end up at Man United, by what they've said, they're talking about we want to play a certain style. Now, does De Zerbi have a clear brand and style of football? Yes. Do they feel with the right things around him, they could make him be the guy? Potentially, I don't know. Omar's the same, like he was there for the whole City revolution. Are they going to say, you know what? This could be the style of guy that we need. If it's not him, at least we know this is the way we want to play going forward. Out of all the managers that are available, out of Tuchel, Frank, and De Zerbi, who plays the style that they exactly said they want?
Well, I reckon Frank might end up going to Bayern Munich now as well. Reportedly,
really?
Thomas Frank, yeah.
Thomas Frank?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be incredible if that happens. Jesus.
I'm telling you, the managerial market at the moment is bizarre. It is. Yeah. I can't recall a time like it where it appears that there's no options. Then suddenly there's loads of options. People staying, people leaving, U-turns. It's crazy. It is nuts.
Well, let's get to this. Sorry, let me just get these super chats and members chats out, and then you guys take the floor again. PS says, I know the big news is now about Tuchel, but the smarter money is on Thomas Frank. He will not rock the INEOS boat, and he could be their guy. I mean, KG we were just talking, well, not KG, but we were just saying about Frank. Red Baron says, Pooja, what is this? What is this behavior? I don't know who used, maybe someone in the chat. Or, I don't know.
Vincent Kompany.
Is that you?
Oh yeah, and Vincent Kompany, and as another one, Vincent Kompany's been linked to the Bayern Munich job.
Oh, and to what?
And possibly the Brighton job as well. By all accounts,
we got. I thought what
I'm telling you, it's
actually Brighton. Brighton could be all right for Vincent Kompany.
Or even they're saying, well, like if Kieran McKenna goes to Brighton, then maybe Vincent Kompany could go to Ipswich. Like, honestly, it's nuts. And this is the domino effect of managers moving.
Yeah.
One
Kieran McKenna at Brighton.
Stuff starts happening.
Kieran McKenna at Brighton, then we could have a real look at him, see what he's saying. Does the football? Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing Kieran McKenna at Brighton. Kieran McKenna there. James says, Owen, keep Donny and make him captain. Fair play. Did you ever say that, Owen? Is that what you're saying?
I've got it tattooed on my left arm flex. Donny.
Jordan Alfred says, could this just be Tuchel reps doing PR though? Could be, yeah, could be. It absolutely could be Tuchel's people saying to, you know, they've got a great relationship over there, like I said, with the likes of a Plettenberg, saying, yeah, we've had a couple of emails. Yeah.
What better time to pump PR than right now? On the eve of Erik Ten Hag's potentially biggest game in his career as manager, not just as Man United manager, as manager. The pressure is on. You know what I'm saying? This is the perfect time to put this kind of article out. You know what I'm saying? This is a perfect PR move.
So you think there's something in that, John? Like this is him
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? You mad? Like this is like Tuchel's out of a job, and his agents is probably like, all right, we gotta go get the bag somewhere. Man United and Chelsea have been the biggest spenders in the past decade. They're gonna spend. You know what I'm saying? Like there's money to be spent. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be money to be spent going forward, but if history speaks, these two clubs have known to spend money. So if you're Tuchel's agency, you're thinking, oh man, that's, you know what I'm saying? There's bare peas over there, fam. We going for it. You know what I'm saying? It's an obvious PR move.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I know we're getting through a lot, yeah. But if I'm a Bayern fan, I'm underwhelmed. I am so concerned for my team's future. Vincent,
what about the players?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Vincent Company. That's someone. When they said, first of all, when they spoke to Ralph Rangnick, yeah, I thought, oh, that's strange, because that just felt a bit weird, didn't it? But they've gone on a hunt. And the funny thing is, if they do get rid of our manager, don't be surprised. Like if Eric does lose his job, don't be surprised to see Eric in a Bayern dugout quick, fast.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that was already the links, isn't it? Yeah.
But if they're happy to talk to Vincent, Eric will be their number, because Eric's been there before. So it could just be a swap. You know, it could be one of those situations.
It's like there's a huge. Sorry, Flex, just real quick. This is what we're observing now is a changing of the guard in terms of the eras of managers. We're going from the era of the Mourinhos, the Klopps, the Pep Guardiola. I mean, Pep is still up there, and Klopp might be able to find a job later down the future. But the point is now you see the like you mentioned, Owen, the domino effect of all of these managers. Like you were talking about Vincent Company speaking, like we're right now in this era, like. You know, nobody really knows exactly what to do. That's why it's harder for bigger clubs to make these moves. You know, we've seen Barcelona do the U-turn. We've seen Bayern Munich do a bit of a U-turn. We're seeing these clubs not really sure what to do. And I think that's because we're in this huge sort of football transition period with respect to managers. And I think that's why it's even more volatile at this stage in time. So I'm a little concerned in that respect.
And also, we don't know who the next emerging talent is. Like who's going to be the next crop of world-class managers. So Arteta hasn't got the staple for it yet of the big win, but you know he's an up and coming, knocking on the door kind of vibe.
Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso has done that now, so he's going to be highly. You know, you look at Ruben Amorim. There was a lot of talk there, but it hasn't gone that way. Slot now that's good. You know, you look at what's his name. Obviously, it's still the situation with Nagelsmann. Young, still, you know, you're trying to say that, but who's the next? Is there the Thomas Frank at a higher level? What does it look like? Vincent Company, although listen, it's been terrible for him this season, but if he goes higher, what does it look like? Akira McKenna trying to enter the chat.
It's true.
You don't know who the next is. Zerbi higher level. Can he be a world-class manager? You don't know.
There's the manager at Crystal Palace, Glasner.
Yes, Glasner.
I would say right now, if you talk about the new guys on the new guys on the block, it'd be I'd actually say was Xabi Alonso ahead of the pack. Then I'd say probably Arteta, and after that, and then who else is then I think the rest are almost type pretenders, if that makes sense.
I think you do raise a good point though, Flex, with that. Sorry to cut KG. I do think you raise a good point that everyone's trying to find the next, aren't they? Yes. Everyone's trying to find the next, like you mentioned, these managers, they're even with Alonso, McKenna, Company, Amorim. These are guys in their late 30s, 30s, early 40s. They're looking for the next guy for 10 years that can take their club. They might realize I'm not going to get the next Pep. He's going to be at Man City, and then who knows what he'll do after that. But they want to find the next, don't they? And no one really knows who that is at the moment as well.
So it's a big gamble. Loads of super chats here, so I'm going to get through these guys. Red Baron says, INEOS operate on the quiet side, in my opinion. I don't think we or journalists will know what will happen until INEOS let them talk about it. Thinks, look how they've done their business so far. We just won't know. Ugwa says, mitigating circumstances, LOL. And James says, John, can you actually play the guitar? Intrigued.
Absolutely, I can. I used to be in a band. I
Jeez.
was more of a vocalist, but I could play a little bit. You know what I mean? If you guys come out to Wembley this Saturday, maybe I'll bring my guitar.
Oh yeah, you're coming over, bro.
Yeah, man, we're out there. Come on now.
Jeez,
we should talk about that, because we're on the birth.
Talk about what?
We have to talk about Wembley,
FA
bro.
Cup. Of course, yeah, of course we
Yeah,
will.
yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
we will. Of course,
Okay.
yeah. No, we never said we wasn't. We never said we wasn't. V, we were just doing the news first. V says TT's twerking. He is. Hashtag OVO.
Yeah. Are you mad?
Going. Oh, goes.
Not clear.
Ugo says the manager's position is not a marriage. And even in marriage, there is room for divorce. We are tired of all these
Took a turn.
excuses. We got outplayed. Wow. Ugo, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Interesting. JPNT says, if Real Madrid win the Champions League, there's nothing left for Don Carlo to prove there. Sir Jim, pull up for tapas, with the cash and bring in Don Carlo. I don't think.
Imagine Carlo Ancelotti getting Mbappe going. Time to walk away.
Yeah.
Carlo Ancelotti's gonna take the Brazil job. He's gonna go Copacabana Beach with the Brazilian predicaments. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have a great time out there. He ain't coming to Man United. He must be mad if he's taking that job.
Memphis the Pie says May 2026, and a couple years from now, I'll be watching UV debating yet another manager. Some things never change. UV posting great content and United messing up again. We have to let Erik Ten Hag continue and not let these players win. Making sure that Erik Ten Hag stays for Memphis Depay. M. Sati says 4P is unique, but 20 Premier Leagues for Man United and Liverpool total decorations are better. The impact of this is like their domestic treble. Have a PS, alleged charges as well. Alleged charges. We need them charges dealing with, man. We need to know what's going on over there. Basilo says it is either you back Ten Hag with a new contract or get a new coach. No point waiting until December. Do it now. Are we signing players for Ten Hag or the new coach?
So we're going to change our strategy along that side anyway. We're not doing that. Basically, we're not going to buy. We're going to figure out a style of play and find managers that play it. That's what they said.
Fuad Kadini's army, big up Fuad's tribe right here on the channel. I'm sure he's aware of it. I know he set this army up. Big up Fuad's army. Says Michel from Girona should be the coach, Pep 2.0. So I'm guessing obviously that must be the Girona manager. I mean, what did they get? When did they get second? Or third? They got Champions League though, didn't they?
But you could make an argument, I suppose, as well.
They mashed up Barcelona. Oh, they could make wicked goals.
They finished third in the end. They finished third.
You
could make an argument there if he's all that good. Then City might have him earmarked, mightn't they? He's already in City group, so that might be a thing to do.
True. But we use Omar Barada to steal him, like we stole Omar Barada. Aminor says, I am watching INEOS like a hawk. What's your next move? Yeah, we need to see what's going on. WJ Barrett, big up to you, bro, says, this sounds like INEOS stellar moves for Zerbi.
Stealth.
Oh, stealth. It's got the hate. Oh, it's a bit of a oh, okay. There's a bit of a typo there. I mean, I did Zerbi. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't see that.
Just because that Italian source said it doesn't mean it's true. By the way,
No.
I mean, you'd be more inclined to believe the guy who is the guy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't got a club.
Yeah, 100%. Waleed Iqbal became the latest member of the UV Members Club as well. Big up to you, Waleed. Thank you for joining, bro. WJ Barrett says INEOS can't move for a new manager on the FA Cup result alone. They have already made the decision. Tuchel or Zerbi incoming. So what? What if the decision is they're already going to stay with him, bro? Don't you think that is WJ? But like, that's a decision. Like, we're not going to entertain new managers on the market. We've decided we are going to stick with Eric for the foreseeable and see how it goes. Carl says John can sing. Give us that KG and Jojo. KG and Jojo. No, not even KC and Jojo. KG and Jojo. Joe John album. Sorry, KG and Joe John. You up for that? You two joint album?
Absolutely.
I don't know what kind of style that John Shin's making though.
I could do it all, man. I could do it all. You name it, I do it.
Yeah.
I could go old school like Frank Sinatra. I could go new school. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on R&B. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Hey, I didn't know if you was giving me crawling in.
I could do that too.
Okay,
I had a phase where I had half my face covered with my hair because I was just like, you know what I mean? I do it all.
Because tonight will be the night that I will die.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. I'll do it all, man.
Okay, so you can do the cover of
that you should let it burn. I'll do it all. Come on.
KG, you can do the cover of Mrs. Davis, that well-known Nirvana song as well.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that, Flex?
Yeah, he got it wrong, didn't he? What he said, he didn't know the words of the thing.
Davis! Get up now! Mrs. Davis! Wow!
Are you stupid, Mrs. Davis?
Are you
Was-
stupid? Mrs. Davis! All right, cool. Let's get back to work.
Oh, KG, man. John, listen, I think in you guys' own time in the summer, link up, give us a little.
Yeah,
give us a little.
I'll be in this. We'll be in
Yeah.
there in the woods, so we can go studio.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're not in Europe. We're not in Europe. There would have been a Conference League song, and we're trying to make a new song for the
We
Conference.
still
couldn't
might be,
even do that.
KG. If we win the FA Cup, still might be. They're all out, mate.
Oh, but we just bring back the Europa song, innit?
Well, make it new. Make it new. Do
Yeah.
something different.
Killen says, Owen, in a scenario where all the top 10 Premier League teams had an injury-free season, what would the chart look like?
I've got to name 10 teams.
I mean,
That was going to be.
yeah.
I don't know. Even if we had, imagine that injuries just no longer exist.
Yeah, no one gets injured.
No one
Everyone's
gets
just
injured.
100% fit.
I don't know. I mean, you would hope Man United would be pushing for top 4, perhaps.
Yeah,
Maybe.
hopefully. You'd think so. Leaf, I'm going to say Leaf. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, but Leaf has become the latest member of the UV Members Club as well. Where are we at in terms of the likes on the thing? Let's have a look at that. We are at just under 1,200 people watching live, over 300 likes, which is not too bad. 74% of you have said, yes, you've liked the video, so that's good. But 26% of you are disgraces and cheats and said you're doing it now. So big
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
will never die.
Can I show you guys something that will annoy
Yeah.
me? This
Yes.
will trigger warning. Okay,
Oh,
this is going to
oh.
annoy and upset a lot of people. And if you ever wonder why Eric Ten Hag this season has banned journalists and why he's got a frosty, relationship with the media, then this is another example of why they are disgraces.
Special.
Right? It's not a luck curse special. This comes from the Telegraph. Okay, it must be said. It's not someone I don't think that covers Manchester United. Well, actually, it's the chief sports writer from the Telegraph. Okay, Oliver Brown, and I do have a screen grab of this. Now, Arne Slot has just been announced as the Liverpool manager in the last hour or so. Obviously, he's from the Netherlands. He's just won the Eredivisie. He's bold as well. So comparisons are being made, but they don't have to go with this headline. This is what they've said. You can see it on the screen right there. The making of Arne Slot, quote, he is more intelligent than Eric Ten Hag.
No, they're taking the piss.
Who? Wow. Why? How do they know? Who said that? Who's saying that? Whose opinion is it? Where's that quote come from? Because in speech, who said it?
Is
Is it Oliver? Who wrote it?
That's his article. That's his article.
He's more intelligent than Ten Hag now. Okay.
And you wonder, wonder. That is the headline of the article. The making of Arne Slot. He is more intelligent than Eric Ten Hag. And the subheading is friends and mentors who have helped shaped the new Liverpool manager's rise believe he is cleverer and more empathetic than the Old Trafford rival. Straight away, jab.
Well,
Nothing to do with
it is
Man United.
Liverpool.
I loved
It is Liverpool.
I loved
trying to-
immediately. Loved immediately. I'm telling you guys, man, and this is why
Loved
it's
it,
annoying. It's annoying because these guys set the narratives, they create the narratives, and then they just allow us to run with them. So now, like, you have people that are firmly against Man United and want to see the downfall of the club, yeah? And they write to us and tell us the news and tell us what they think and throw things out there, which is still powerful. The media is a powerful tool, and some of the stuff sticks. Some of the stuff they've been saying, it just works. It happens. Like, imagine if we, like, now you're going to see a rebranding. Yes, we're going to see a rebranding of if we do win the FA Cup. Because, like it or not, guys, that's going to be back-to-back silverware. That's going to be a situation where the manager, while Man United have been in a downturn of form, like if things haven't been getting good, as a cup side, we're doing our job. So in a way, that's some level of progress. But the way they'll speak about it will not be. It will come across wrong. And that's probably my biggest problem with the media, because everything's thrown out. Even like I've seen really bad players this season as well. But some of the how far they go to diss our players, Anthony, like it's ridiculous. And we have to buy in to the bullshit that they serve us sometimes. I think it's disgusting. And then after they're like, then they blame us when they're cussing up. Like they say, "Oh, you guys are horrible fans, mate. You lot been putting out this content for so long. Then you look at us funny. It's mad." Like Sancho, I never forget the Sancho 007. He's not good. He's rubbish. And all of a sudden, now everyone in the media believes in him. Wait, where's this come from? You lot said this is poor recruitment, poor investment. Now he's left. He's brilliant again. I just think we have to find our little way in dealing with this and sifting with this information, because they're not innocent in how they are portraying this club.
No
Yeah,
chance.
it's true.
They never are.
Think of that. Think of that. The first thing when they're announcing the Liverpool manager that the articles are writing about is the Manchester United manager. Like that's crazy. And I suppose that is the phrase hated, ignored, you know, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hated, adored, never ignored. But at the same time, if you ever wonder why he has a frosty relationship with the media, particularly now at this point, just look. They can't stop talking about him.
But it's also like when Eric came in, they still tried to get him to put his tongue in a twist in terms of like, oh, so what do you think about, you know, Klopp and that, you know? What do you think about, you know, try to get the sound bites? And obviously the infamous, you know, era's come to an end. They got that out of him. They're always looking to try to get the sound bites out of what's going on at Man United. Always. Like, and it is hard for us as fans because we get vexed with the team. So we make our own assumptions as to why we're annoyed with the players and the establishment, and obviously always glazes out. But when it comes to trying to describe what Man United are when they're in a like basically when it comes to trying to kick Man United when they're down, the media love it. The media love it. They always have done. And you know, when we do something well, it's harder to get the compliment out of it. It's harder to, you know, so that's why when we see like Luckhurst, just it's like he has all of his things pre-ready for when something bad happens. Just like some of the things he's written, we've gone, well, how comes we didn't hear that before when we was winning then? Why did we hear when Rasmus had the little purple patch thing? Why didn't we hear no one wanted to pass to him then? Because he went on a purple patch before that. Sorry, he went on a barren spell where he couldn't score in like 14 games. Then he went on the purple patch. So in the first purple patch, why didn't we hear that no one wants to pass to him? Why? It's because you want to add in to the thing now and perpetuate more. So yeah, it is hard because we do buy into it because the media will say, you know, there could be something where the fan base is upset with Eric because of the tactics on the weekend. So this is the right time to drop something else negative. Then so you're already in that mood, you know, and it does. It just goes around in circles.
It's bullshit. That's what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Aminor says Oliver Oliver from the Dirty Telegraph sounds like Ty. Big up Ty. And Red Baron says our own fans buy into this shit as well. Which is basically what we were just talking about there, Red Baron as well. Like as KG said, it is all eyes on the FA Cup final. This is the last full view before the FA Cup final. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Me and Owen kind of spoke at length this morning about, you know, starting people and stuff like that. So throw it to KG and we'll start with John. Like you're coming over to England. You're coming to the game, bro. You're going to be at Wembley. We have to start at John. Actually, when are you leaving? You know, how are you feeling? You got to pack your bags. You got to come over the Atlantic, bro, and come and watch us at Wembley. And a lot of people are saying no chance for Man United. Look at those deluded Man United fans. Think they're going to beat that City. Phil Foden, Player of the Year. Rodri, unbelievable. This is the machine. 4P. How you feeling?
Honestly, I feel like we have, you know what? Let me bring it back. In terms of how this season has went, it felt like a season of opposites. When we feel like when we felt like we're going to trash teams, we got trashed. And when we felt like we were going to be the ones getting done over, we actually smacked them. Literally any prediction that we've made has gone like the other way around. I honestly am going to this FA Cup with low to zero expectations. All I'm going to do is go out there and just show love to my boys because that's all I can do. And I truly, and you guys can believe me or not, but I truly have felt that when it comes to finals, like form and you know, and status and all that, I really think it goes out the window to some degree. And I'm not going to just write off Man City, but at the same time, I think Manchester United are going to be coming into this with a different kind of energy than we saw last season. These players know that they have everything on this game. Like they know that the fans have just went through it. Like At the end of the game against Brighton, you know, the players were lined up and they were all just like, yeah, you know, like everybody was just doing the lineup. Everybody was like applauding the fans. The away fans there were screaming and singing, traveling, talking about going to Wembley and winning the FA Cup. And the players looked so like they were in the fields. And it wasn't like a sad thing. They felt I could see it in their eyes on an eye test that they looked so grateful. Like they can clearly tell, like, damn, man, these fans, man, they've been traveling across the damn country, backing us in some shambolic performances, and they're still here singing us. They're singing, you know, singing our name, singing for this team and backing this team.
Yeah.
There's no energy more positive than that. And these boys are going to use that to galvanize themselves and push themselves to try and get something against City at Wembley. And I know it's going to be a complete different game than what we saw last season. And I'm truly 100% hopeful, not just because I'm going out there. I truly believe that.
KG, I mean, you are always optimistic.
Yeah, because I think we can win.
You know,
KG,
absolutely.
if we win, this is what he's been saying for the last week. He keeps going, if we win.
If we win, I'm going to be a prick, but I'm telling you now, I think we can win. It's a game, bro. It's a game. End of the day, if we go into this game, scared, if we go into this game with inferiority complex, if we get into this game like, oh my God, why are we coming to this thing? We can't do that. We have to go into this game the same way we had no chance. A lot of people said we have no chance to win against Liverpool. We was ready for what type of sacrifices it going to be. We won. You know, like now in this game, we have to turn up like that. We have to be like devils, literally. We have to go into that game, literally as we are, the Red Devils, and big performances everywhere. Everyone performing out their skins. That's what we really need. We need players. We need 10s across the pitch. That's what we need. Rasmus Højlund. And you know what's so funny as well is I like how the players know they've messed up this season. They're not under any illusions that they've not messed up. Yeah, Onana talk, he knows. Casemiro, I need a Casemiro special, but not like the Casemiro around the corner special, a big performance.
Yeah. 5-time Champions League winner.
I need a Varane locked-in special. I need, next to Varane, I need Leacher ready to go. Delo, Pulse, ready to go. I need Wan-Bissaka knowing what's going on. Just looking around.
A lot of chewing gum.
A lot of chewing gum, heavy chewing.
Bare Wrigley's.
Yeah.
Kobe, I need, and you know, with this new style that we're playing, where it's a bit more pragmatic, it's a bit more consolidated, not too many people getting forward, not like I'm picking our moments. This is what I need. Garnacho, Rashi, I need these guys to say, this is all we can get this season. If we don't win this game, there is no Europe for this club. If we don't win this game, our contracts look different because we ain't getting paid the same without Europe. You know what I mean? Even if they're doing it for the bread, whatever you need to do to encourage yourself to understand this game is important. Bro, these guys beat you in the last final, Everyone's making jokes about the club. The club has embarrassed itself. You got a chance to make it right. You got a chance to get your lick back, This is the time, bro. No better time than this. Everyone else there says you can't do it. Well, what are you going to do? That's the energy. I need to be looking at these players, bro, and saying, bro, this is our moment, fam. Now, are you going to go down like a pussy, excuse my language, or are you going to raise up? Are you going to man up, bro? It's real talk. Are you good? Right now, in this moment, who are you lot? Because they're saying they're ready and they're saying they're taking over the city. Well, are you Manchester United? Are you, when we say we're United, well, are you? That's what I want to know. You wear this jersey, and you know what it means to the fans. You embarrass yourselves, and you owe the fans. When the fans were all clapping you guys at Crystal Palace, still, you saw what that meant. So they didn't give up on you. Don't give up on us. Getting a big performance. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I think we can do it.
Boom.
And the opposite to that is we can do all of the above and still lose. But you're right. You're 100% right. That's how the players need to view this thing. And even for us, I've gone past that bit of like being scared. Like when you see Phil Foden score that goal the other day, yesterday against West Ham, top bins, 2 minutes in, just player of the season. Like he's on as a ridiculous smoke. That's what they are. Rodri, conductor. We know this. Haaland, go long periods without touching it, still can score. You know, Bernardo Silva, the ball sticks to his foot like glue, hardly ever gives it away. De Bruyne, spot a pass, amazing finish. We know this. We know. Doku, you know what I mean? He's on the bottle of fizzy pop thing. Jink, jink, jink. What's he going to do? All of that stuff. I know this. I'm aware of it. But the whole scared thing, I'm not scared because I'm aware of what can happen. And that's just it. They have to turn up. It's true. It's true. KG said everything right. I don't disagree with anything you said there. And that's how, as fans, I kind of want to see us on that as well. That I'm not on the whole, like, just going to be cautious thing because, like, oh, we could get licks and I'm going to look stupid. I don't care. Like, we finished 8th, bro. Our team finished 8th, bro. Like, mud is mud. Like, everyone expects Man United to lose this game anyway. So I don't care.
Be prepared though. If we walk away with a trophy, yeah,
bro. Oh, I'm gonna be dead, bro. I had glasses on for 2 weeks just for getting through to the next round of the FA Cup, beating AGT.
All of them, will be spoken to. All of them will be. All of them, bro. We've been the laughing stock this season.
Absolutely,
we've been the laughing stock. But guess what? Yeah, the game's about trophies. I know for Arsenal, they built up that thing unused. You see that championship thing? You see that little sign that they had? And the boarding and that?
Yeah, didn't assemble it. Didn't assemble it.
Team U, fam. I don't know where they're gonna send that. Someone
wasn't assembled.
It wasn't assembled. Yeah. It wasn't assembled. Yeah. Like right now, I need that. I need us to be in the Charity Shield playing City at the opening game of the season. This is the stuff that Man United, we haven't been in a real rivalry, so we don't like as in fighting for title. Like we've been rubbish, they've got good. Yeah, we've never met each other. This is the time and this is the moment to best suit ourselves. Like, let's say there is a points deduction. We like Man City might not be involved after the court case. I don't want to take this next season off and say, hey guys, I don't want to be involved in another title race. No, we need to get ourselves ready. We have to KG will drop and give me 50 when Sancho scores the Champions League winner. Why will I do that? Like, that's mental. That's mental. Anyway, that's mental. But again,
because you was wrong. That's why. Because look at Sancho now. He's in the final. And look at Man United, 8th. And
well, there was a thing to do with Sancho as well, saying that United want £50 million for him in the summer.
Ross,
Ben Jacobs.
I like that.
If INEOS get 50 million.
I know it's a Ben Jacob. I know it's a Drake reference, by the way. And by the way, this is a 94 Nigeria top. It's a classic top. And I didn't say I want Zerbi ahead of Eric Ten Hag.
I have a question. I have a question for the panel here. Which FA Cup final is bigger? Last year's to stop Manchester City doing the treble, which we didn't do, or this year's where we need to win for the sake of obviously we want to win, but also we're not in Europe, and also it could save the manager's job.
This year's is more important.
Let us know in the chat as well.
I'm saying last year. I'm saying last year. But the reason why I say last year is just that treble thing is, listen, the treble was ours. Yeah. In this country, well, in the Premier League era, whatever, might be teams who've done it in 1901. I'm not that good of a historian. The treble is United's. 99, treble. Never done it, mate. Fuck off, mate. Never treble, mate. Yeah. That vibe. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be real. Treble. Not only did, and again, we're living in Manchester, so I get it. But not only did our rivals win the treble, they did it in our face. We had the chance to stop them doing something that is part of the fabric of our club. You can't do it. You can't do it. They went, yes, we can. And we're going to do it on your watch. If you don't want us to do it, then stop us.
I don't feel like that. You're telling me this club, yeah, this club in the position with the leaky roof and everything that we have, yeah, we can stop that we were trying to stop that juggernaut in this guy's first season. Yeah, like I was surprised.
We already had one trophy in the bag. We had momentum.
I was surprised was in the final, but this is why I'll compare it to ourselves. It's because we need this, is why it's more important. Again, there's one thing stopping another team. There's another thing of we actually need Europe. For FFP, for how we want to move as a club in terms of recruitment, this is the most important final. Last year, we were still in the Champions League. It was not like even though it was horrible, like history and stuff, but was there. You know what I'm saying? City have been in clips in our history for a while now.
Yeah,
like
but the treble is the one that's
I hear
the
it.
treble is the one.
But guess
the
what?
treble is it.
Guess what? Yeah, like we've not laid a like when you look at the points differential between us and City, even last season, how much is it? Like 30 or something points. How many points were they like? Did they finish the league above us and stuff? We not been close to these guys.
But that's the same as now.
But I'm saying right now we need this for our own personal gain. This is all about Man United. I'm not making this about the history. I'm talking about what we need to go forward is to win this game. What we need to make up for this shambolic of a season, or to almost make it as somewhat right, is winning this game. This game
I
is
agree.
key.
I agree.
But is that, I suppose that's the question, isn't it? Is that bigger than having your biggest rivals match arguably your greatest accomplishment, being in Europe next season?
No, that was mad, but we can't right now as United fans. We're not in a position to even think about legacy and stuff because we're so far from that. We have to look at the here and now, and the here and now is disgusting. We have to address. We must win this game with FFP reigning in. Yeah, for European football, which Man United had to be in. We must win this game. Last year, I still would think about Man United on the whole. I more think about us than what this means for our rivals. And that's because I think you now get into the vibe of a Spurs thing, where Spurs just think about everything else but themselves. In this, right now, I'm thinking for Man United's future.
Well, Spurs got no legacy to defend. It's a bit different, isn't it? Spurs got no legacy to defend at all. I mean, that's the other part, isn't it?
This final is for especially with all the changes, we're probably going to have 100 million to spend potentially if we don't get Europe. And then you're going to add in player sales. We must win this game.
How much more do we get for winning the FA Cup? I think we with the 115 charges, get all of that. Let's just do the football thing because 115 things too hard to do right now. Disgraces and cheats. I hope they get kicked out of the whole football league. I would love it, 100%. But let's just be honest. They're probably going to pay some P's. They'll get out of it, whatever they need to do. Yeah. For me, for far too long, we're like, okay, we don't care about City. We don't care about this. We don't care about that. And I get it. But this year, they've just done the 4. We done 3. No one else has done that. They've now done 4. We were the only team to do a treble. They've done that. It keeps building. We had a chance to stop that. And I'm just also with the FA Cup thing, it can hide things that are from the main season. Wigan have won an FA Cup. It can hide things from 38 games. So it's never really about how good it makes you or what it means. It's about the day, and then people remember the history of cups, and people will forever remember City done the treble, and on the way to doing it, they beat Man United at Wembley. For me, and I'm we should have stopped them. We should have stopped them. And for me, I think that's bigger than this year. Obviously, they could do a double now. It's not another treble. I mean, imagine that. This could have been. Our thing was, could they do a double treble? Jesus Christ, they could. We were really nearly there. They were nearly there. We would have been in the exact same position again. Double treble. Then it's not even a question. What, 2 trebles in 2 years? That wouldn't even be a question. But I don't know. My opinion is, I think last year's was
Flex, respectfully, I think that's on a luxury thing. I think Manchester United fans for a long time have needed to drop that. We're worried about Manchester City pulling up to the party in a Ferrari. We're in a 1970 Benz and we ain't even got wheels on. You know what I mean? We got our own problems to worry about. We shouldn't be thinking about we got to stop them. No, we got to start us. You know what I'm saying? Our shit ain't even, shit is stalling. You know what I mean? We got to worry about us. That's our problem. And that's why this season is more important than last season. Because, this year, of course, Manchester United, we are history. We are it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we've fallen behind so many years that we have no right to be worrying about stopping other people. We got to be figuring out starting us. And that's the only important. That's what matters more than anything. It's this year. And that's why this cup is so important. Yeah, you're right. Of course, FA Cup winning a trophy isn't going to hide the problems. It's only just going to mask over the issues. You're right. But at the end of the day, it's still winning something. Not only is that like historically significant in terms of lifting a trophy and winning something, it also, from a market perspective, tells the players that are out there maybe looking for moves, saying, hey, Manchester United still have this winning mentality. We could still do something. Erik Ten Hag has still the caliber of winning something. That tells these players that if we don't have Europe, if this winning mentality could be the extra nudge for them to come join us, that's such an important sort of element of moving on going forward. It's not just about winning a trophy. There's so many other elements to it. And that's why this season's FA Cup final is way more important.
But then really, this is actually a really difficult question, because essentially that's like saying, well, if we would have done, hindsight, it's a hard question, because it sounds like you're saying, nah, we shouldn't win this one. We only need to win the last one. No, there's a cup final. You have to win. Like, I get
it's perception,
that,
isn't it? It's perception. It's perception, because it's viewpoints of
we would have won 2 trophies,
the future or the past.
But like, also, if we would have won it last year, this new guy would have walked in here. From our worst ever season, 6th, won a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, and stopped Man City League, have 2 trophies in one season. Like, that's incredible. But because this season has now transpired, it's like saying, well, now we have to win. We must win on Saturday. Like,
but last season's team, last season's performance, that it did exactly what you're talking about, masking this team. We went last season without Ronaldo, signing Wout Weghorst. No disrespect to Wout Weghorst, but having Wout Weghorst going up against, like KG said, the juggernaut. You know what I mean? Signing a Sabitzer, who was a great player. I love Marcel Sabitzer, but wasn't really available during his
Champions League final now, mate. Careful, John. Should bring him back. Champions League final.
My people know how much I love Marcel Sabitzer, so I ain't even doing that. But my point is that, like, we were never in pole position to really challenge. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody had this expectation that Manchester United, when Erik Ten Hag in his first season, was going to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Of course, we hoped for it. My point is, this season it's so it's down bad. Like, we are so down bad that this FA Cup can have such a like, the biggest thing is that the vibes have been so capitulated this season. Like, last season I was so busy saying I am feel. Yo, by the way, Usyk, you stole that from me. That's my line. I don't know, how dare you. Anyway, that's my line.
Undisputed.
I couldn't say I am feel once this season. The vibes are so down. This could be the opportunity to set us up for the upcoming season. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. It weighs so heavily.
I think it's a perception and viewpoint, because I understand the mindset of, well, the most important thing is what you're doing next, not what you have done, which I can understand. I can understand that. But I also then think about, we talk about Manchester United and we talk about history and legacy, and we did an opportunity to defend that last season and we didn't. And the argument could be made that this upcoming FA Cup final is maybe more important to the legacy of Erik Ten Hag as opposed to Manchester United. Whereas last season was more about Manchester United than Erik Ten Hag.
But it's like that thing they say about, you don't drive your car looking at the rearview mirror, innit? It's about.
That's what I mean. That's why I say it's perception.
You know what I mean?
It's perceptions.
I know, and it's your own psychology on, like, how you might look at life. I can't do nothing about yesterday, but the here and now is all I can deal with. So now
you can't ignore it. That's the important thing.
But that's why, obviously, we do have to win on Saturday more than anything. That's the next game.
Exactly. So it's always but for anyone,
it's a hypothetical. Like, which
it's
one was
for
more
anyone.
I think there was more on last.
I understand it, but in the time when it was that time, I didn't want him to. Everyone knows. I
don't want him to.
We were still saying Hala Madrid. We were saying we was hoping for that thing never to go. It went. Now, what are we gonna do? And again, history is for the making. When we said we're gonna knock Liverpool off their perch, it was funny to a lot of people. Yeah. And then it happened. You see what I'm saying? Now, like, many years later, now, again, history can always be made. The same way we've done the wrong things in history and had these historical losses, or we're a team that's never done this and never. We can change this. But again, it starts on the weekend, because Man United boasting back-to-back trophies is good for the club. That is progression for the club, for a team that it got to the thing when we started doing the count. How long has it been since Man United have won a cup? We didn't win one under Oli. Our last one was Jose. And that the timeline was getting a bit mad. You know what I mean? We haven't won the FA Cup for ages. I would like to get my hands on this cup, personally.
Absolutely. Of course, definitely. Luxil says the media gaslit the fans into turning on Erik Ten Hag. F them. Red Baron says people remember Lance Armstrong for cheating. And Ugo says KG is just finding a foot for Eric Ten Hag to stand on. I hope we win though. I am all about us winning every final, but last season's FA Cup was more important to the fans and this year to the club. Okay.
However he sees it, but it's not about
everyone sees it differently.
I like the manager,
and it's not even absolutely.
I just want, if the manager wins, I win. Yeah, I mean, like, simple as
And it
that.
must be said, there is, and this is probably why it's so polarizing, because there isn't a right answer. It's purely opinion,
it's just
it's purely
it's such a hypothetical thing. It's not a,
This year is way more. This year is more important because I'm going. That's my opinion. That's
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not 1 + 1 = 2. Like there isn't an answer. There isn't a right answer. So of course people are going to get.
Tickets. I paid a premium for them tickets just to watch us lose. Don't tell me I won. It didn't matter to me. I mattered in the time.
Yeah, of course. We were all there wanting us to win. We have to win. It's a cup final. Nobody says, "Oh, I don't need to win this one." We'll win the next one we get to, whenever that is. We'll win that. You have to win. Punjabi United says Ten Hag is the man we need to trust and give him time. Peeps, big show. We got to 510 likes as well. Big up to everybody who liked the video. Nearly 1,400 people watching as well. Big up to Good Vibes John, who will be making his way across the pond to the UK this week. When you getting in, John?
I fly in Friday morning.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, safe travels, bro. Hopefully the weather's it's been quite nice recently, so hopefully that holds up for you, bro. So get your shorts and t-shirt ready, bro.
I need to rain. I need it to rain. I want the Mancunian energy all up on London. You know what I'm saying? I need that.
Oh, bro, no, man.
Libby's, you're taking Libby's.
Bro, we live it. Come on, man.
You're taking Libby. That's so
John, man. But listen, it is really selfish, John. It is. But, you know, it is raining from tomorrow, to be fair. So yeah, you might get what you want. Big up to Owen, big up to KG. Big up to KG, hit 40K yesterday.
Come on!
Hit 40K yesterday.
Road to 100K, you know, that's
exactly what it is, bro.
That is a plaque, KG. That is a plaque.
That one is a plaque.
Yeah.
That one is a plaque. You will receive a plaque for that, I promise you. And you will get there. Owen as well, doing well on his channel. Make sure you subscribe to Owen Wrestle News 365.
Very niche. Very niche. Not sure you never know. You never know one day. But I tell you what, more in the more immediate future, Flex, where are we going to be in just about 5 minutes?
In about 5 minutes, we're going to be over there on playback for the full extra. Okay, me and Owen gonna have an extension of this. Probably slag John off, slag KG off, just cuss them.
Of course,
they're not watching. You know what I mean? We don't really like them. Who are those guys? Who are those guys telling me that last year wasn't even that important? Who are they? And what about last? And who are they? You know what I mean? But join us. Join us on playback. Straight after this, the link is in the video description and also in the chat. You can see it pinned in the chat. Get over to playback as well and join me and Owen. Guys, big show. We'll see you guys. If you're not going to join us on playback, which you should be, but if you're not, we'll see you tomorrow morning with another show live 9 a.m. as well. Take care. Peace.